Hi, everybody. It's Licia, and I'm so excited to be with you here today. Why? Because I have an amazing presenter. Now, Jeff Hershey. Oh, wait. Some of you saw the emails that we sent out that said Jeff Schwartz. So why is he called Jeff Hershey? Why does this man have two last names? Well, Jeff Schwartz is his legal last name, but Jeff was actually in the military and he was a pilot. And his pilot nickname, I forgot what you call a pilot nickname. Does anybody know what you call a pilot nickname? But his pilot nickname was Hershey. So he's commonly known as Jeff Hershey, and that's how we've always known him, but we know that his legal last name is Schwartz. So if you're seeing both last names and wondering what?
It's called his call sign, like Maverick, Top Gun.
Yes, it's his call sign. It's his call sign. Did somebody tell you that in the chat, Lorraine? It's his call sign. Thank you for that, guys. Daniel said it and Michael said it. Yes, it's his call sign, Hershey. So yeah, so that's the last name story right there. Now, first of all, in celebration of Veterans Day yesterday, I would like for everybody just to put a thank you in the chat box for Jeff and the hard work that he's done and the contribution that he's made to our country. So we appreciate him as a veteran. So thank you so much, Jeff. And in Jeff's office, I've seen his office, on Zoom, and he's got, or on, a live webinar or something, and he's got all of these badges on the wall behind him. I mean, like, he's a really well badged veteran. So for that, we say thank you, Jeff, for your service, and you're absolutely amazing. Now, I've also mentioned this in a few places. Jeff is the president of a mastermind group Lorette and I are in called Digital Service Marketing Professionals. He is so organized and runs that group so well. So he really is at the top ladder when it comes to someone who knows the space of delivering services to local businesses. And that's what he's going to talk to us about today. And we're all excited and we're all here to learn more and be able to earn more through what Jeff is teaching us here today. Jeff, are you there? Can you hear us?
I am here. And thanks to everyone that said thank you. And hey, Lisa, what's going on?
Well, we're excited that you're here, and I'm excited to turn it over to you. But yes, on behalf of myself, Lorette, our team, and everybody that's here listening to you right now, thank you for your service.
I got to live my dream.
Oh, nice. And thanks in advance for being here today and accepting the invitation to have us, interview you, bring you on to do a presentation, as this is our learning tube, the center for our students to learn something new each and every week. So thank you so much. And on that note, I'm going to turn it over to you. Let me turn over the presenter controls to you. And we're so excited to get started with you. So let's see, turning over the presenter controls.
Screen, and you guys should see the "we are getting started in a moment" screen. We good to go?
Yeah, we're good to go. All right, I have my pen and paper out, so I'm going to go ahead, turn off my webcam so I can take notes. Thank you so much. You guys ready for Jeff? If you're ready for Jeff, say ready in the chat box. Oh, I have this new sound machine that I've been playing with, so, let's all give a round of applause to Jeff. You like it? Pretty cool, right? Yeah. Bye.
That's hilarious. That's great. Hey, everybody, so ready? So let's jump right in. Thank you, ladies, for having me. Thanks, everybody that joined me. Thanks, everybody that said thank you as well. I got to live my dream. And now my dream is working with other digital agencies. So I'm kind of like on that second act dream of my life. And I truly enjoy working with you ladies that are side of our mastermind group and in business. So today, it's about you guys, though, the digital agencies that are on this call. We're going to talk about how to earn hands-off revenue while helping local businesses and be able to collect recurring income while you sleep. I'm also going to talk about how you can do that without ever having to, number one, meet the client, number two, close a deal, or number three, do any of the fulfillment. Now, before I go any further, does that sound good to you guys? This is where I normally do my sound check. Give me a 1 or a yes in the chat right now if that sounds good to you and you want to learn about a little bit about that today and what we're doing here. So awesome. Wow, you guys are alive in this chat today. Got tons of Wandas. Yes, too good. Victoria, I'm about to blow your mind. Yes, that sounds good. All right, you guys got all the yeses. I'm going to keep moving as we go through. So thank you for everybody that typed in yes. I'm going to tell you, all the folks on the call right now, you're going to learn today that this is the perfect opportunity for your digital agency to help local businesses in your area and around the world. So my promise to you is this: by the time you finish this training, you'll understand exactly how you and your agency fit into this process. We'll talk about the network that you can leverage to close deals fast during this digital shift that is happening right now, and then exactly what to do to get the same results that I'm getting ready to show you. Now, before we get started, I'd like to do a quick poll. How many of you have ever made a sale that generates revenue automatically? And I define that as one-time setup and potentially pays you for years, right? So type in yes if you have, and type in no if you haven't. All right, so I've got Yolanda says yes. Somebody just said, I need this training. I got no from Shauna, no from Connie. Shaka says no. Raj says no. Chandra says yes. One says yes. Daniel says one. A lot of no's that came in. A couple people typed in yes from Barry. No, yes. Music. Okay, yeah, that's a good one, but that's a sale. Yes. Somebody said yes. Affiliate. Didn't pay me, but yes. Not on the internet. Awesome. All right. So if yes, what was your offer? If you typed in yes, what was your offer? I love Nelson's answer, not yet. If you typed in no, would you like to hear more about it or how to do it, right? So we typed in online booking. Okay, cool. So we typed in music. Great. So we're definitely not about music today. I got a lot of yes, pleases. Web hosting. Yep, that's a good one. I'm talking getting paid, right? Book sales. Awesome. Love to hear about it. Direct sales, right? Awesome. Cool. Here we go. Another quick question for you folks. Have you heard these buzzwords used recently? Contactless ordering, contactless delivery, maybe zero-touch checkout, or contactless transactions, the remote transaction, or even virtual payments. Yeah, so it said COVID-19 stuff. Yeah, Daniel, you're familiar with me. You know everything. All right. Got a lot of yeses coming in, right? You should be something that's familiar. Mark says no. Okay. Sean says, of course, New York City. Yeah, you're definitely right. Yes, says Patty. I help restaurants, Patty. This is perfect for you. Only 2 of them. Okay. Yeah, and there's some different variations of language depending on where you live, all that stuff. But if you heard any of those, you should type in yes. So let's talk a little bit about why we're here today. Now, a couple of months ago, I was sitting at lunch with one of my best friends once everything opened back up here in Arizona. And he's been telling me about his company for like 6 to 7 years now. And I never really paid attention to what his company did for a few reasons. The first one was he wasn't part of our group. He wasn't part of like the agency group or something I work with. And I really didn't see him as a quote unquote work friend. He was like a friend to me, right? We didn't really talk about what we did. Our wives were normally around. So, they tended to squash the work talk when we started talking about work. Plus, we have kids. His son's 4, my son's 3. So they play, and we're too busy doing that kind of stuff. And honestly, when he started telling me about it, I was swamped with my last SaaS company at the time. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I was stupid. I just didn't pay attention to it, and I didn't catch on. But luckily, I have, right? Now, so you said they work with restaurants. In the local area restaurants, the contactless has become the new normal, right? This is a restaurant bar about 20 minutes from my office, 15 minutes from my office, where they have this plexiglass up and the QR codes, and they don't want you touching menus and things like that. In the local movie theater down the street from me, right? They now have an app that they upgraded during COVID, so you can now enjoy a contactless transaction where you don't actually do anything with the staff except for them delivering your meal. Everything's handled completely remotely without any contact. So we've noticed that there's a lot of things that are happening right now in our world, and there's some pivots and changes that have had to be made for the local businesses to survive. So a big question for you guys right now is, do you want to see a proven and effective system to help local businesses while leveraging a digital shift that minimizes staff and customer physical interactions, right? It will put more revenue in your agency's pocket It could put more revenue in the business owner's pocket, and has near zero cancellations. If you guys want to hear about that today, give me a yes in the chat right now. I'm gonna take a sip of water, as you guys can tell I need it. All yeses, right? Yes, I do. Yes, indeed. Yes, 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 yes. I'm not gonna say the names, because there are literally 100 plus of you typing in yes right now. Okay. Alicia introduced me just a little while ago and told you, yes, I was a former pilot in the Air Force. So here's a couple things you guys should know about me if you've never heard about me or seen me before. I'm a former United States Air Force F-16 instructor pilot with nearly 1,000 hours in the jet. I had a career-ending back injury back in 2007. I had surgery, my disc re-slipped, and that surgery basically changed the entire trajectory of my life, and I was medically retired. But I didn't let that define me, right? And the reason why I say that is because you have all this knowledge, all this passion that you have right now, and I could have taken that and just given up, right? Well, for you folks, a lot of the people on this call, maybe you're in the second act in life, or you're looking for something new or where to go. Take what you already know and that passion you have and move it forward. So over the past 12 plus years, I've worked as a digital entrepreneur, as both an online marketer and a local agency. And I've been working with local business owners since 2008 and currently operate an agency here in Arizona. And our current focus is on restaurants and home service businesses. You're going to see that right now. Now, I'm going to be frank with you guys as we go. I screwed up and almost missed out on this opportunity that we're going to talk about today. However, in the past few months, my eyes opened to the digital shift that's happening for the local businesses in my area, around the US, and around the world. So what we're going to share with you today is our story of how we got here, and I'm going to teach you how we've gotten here through the process that we use to close our deals. So here's what you're going to learn here with me today. In part one, basically, I'm going to cover exactly what I'm offering and how to find your perfect prospect. Then we'll talk about the perfect prospecting method that we use to tee up the demo for our company, how to properly demonstrate value to ensure the close, and how just one appointment with a business owner could pay you perpetually. And then finally, how to have everything fulfilled for your agency, which seems to be one of the biggest challenges for a lot of agencies that are out there. So let's talk a little bit about what I'm offering, how it came to be, and how to find your perfect prospect. Guys, the payment digital shift gold rush is here, and it's happening right now. My question to you is, who here needs help closing deals fast in their agency right now? I'm talking like today now, like maybe yesterday now, not 2, 3, 4 months down the road, and to do it using a proven sales system that's worked for over a decade, leverages the new normal for businesses that survived COVID, and best of all, can be sold 100% remotely. Now, for months, many of us were grabbing at anything, and I'm not going to lie, in April, I was the same way, right? We're trying to figure out what was going on. But the best part is I'm part of a group, I'm part of a network, and no one was or is still talking about what we're going to talk about today. Now, there was a small network of us that know that the digital gold rush is here. It's a private network of agency owners. In fact, I personally overlooked this aspect in my own business, even when I started working with businesses during COVID, but now we're striking gold with a simple yet powerful offer for local businesses. Now you're probably wondering, all right, Jeff, what is the offer, right? What we're offering is a touch-free, easy way for local businesses to get paid, right? A business cannot survive unless they can collect money. Now, there's multiple convenient options for them to collect payment via SMS, QR code, and even direct links and email. It is a faster way for them to close account receivables. We're coming up on the end of the year here. So these businesses need a way to collect those account receivables before the 31st of December. It also has the ability to put thousands per month back into their pockets. And the key here is without having to boost sales to do it. We're going to cover that here today. Now, the digital shift is happening in the payment space, right? These are on the left-hand side, a screen from our local Walmart, just about 20 minutes north of my house, where I went to check out and they gave me an option to do contactless checkout with that payment. On the right is an email I received from PayPal a couple of weeks ago, where they're now pushing PayPal QR codes for contactless payments. Contactless payments are becoming the new norm, and it's very, very happening very, very rapidly right now. So imagine being able to tell your clients that you have a solution that allows their patrons to pay their invoice or checks remotely without needing a pay at the table option, or they can do it instantly at a distance. Now, somebody here earlier said they were working with restaurants. This shift is happening inside of restaurants. As a matter of fact, this is a brew house that I went to a couple weeks ago with my wife and my son for lunch. And right on the table, they handed us a piece of paper with a little QR code. I could get the digital menu. I could actually pay for my phone right there on the spot. When we were done, we were handed a receipt where I could pay with my phone. I was able to actually go through this entire process without having to see the waitress ever again. So Jess, you own a restaurant, this may be perfect for you. I think actually I've seen you before too. My local grocer, right? We have Safeway by me, there's Fry's, there's Kroger, Publix, all that stuff around the US. A&P, the shift is happening there as well. This is right next to my office. They're now doing contactless payment. Now you can tell that they're kind of, piecemealing things together here, where they've got saran wrap or plastic wrap wrapped around the device I'm supposed to be putting my card in and through. But now they're moving to that contactless solution. And it's not just happening in the US. This is at my condo down in Rocky Point, Mexico, right? I own a condo, a 2-bedroom condo down there. And we were down there just a couple of weeks ago. The shift is happening down there as well, right? They're probably ahead of us actually, right? It says it in Spanish and in English, basically contactless or touch payments are happening. This is even happening at local college bars. This is actually from last weekend. You can see that we went out to watch a game, went to this bar afterwards, and they have a touchless payment option that's right here on the receipt. So we need to talk about how to find those right businesses, and there's a perfect prospecting method that I use to tee up that demo, because that was my staff's birthday, Mark. She put birthday boy on there. I brought him for out for a football game. So today, more than ever before, businesses are willing to talk to you. Why? Because they now understand that they need your help and expertise as a digital agency, and you're going to be positioned perfectly to help them, because we're going to help you identify some common pain points. Now, I'm going to give you these two industries as an example. These are some of the 24 industries that we work with. And we help these two industries prevent what's known as a GOA, a gone on arrival. So one is like emergency towing, the other one's emergency locksmith. So we've offered them a solution to help pay before dispatch. Why? Because a lot of people, if you lock yourself out of your vehicle or your home, or maybe your car breaks down or doesn't start or needs a jump or something like that, you make a phone call to the emergency service, but then you also start calling your friends, family, maybe somebody comes by, they can give you a jump, or your wife or husband comes by with your keys, lets you back in the car, you just bolt, right? You're gone. It costs money for these businesses to dispatch, right? So in a lot of these cases, we've offered them a pay before dispatch so they don't lose out on that revenue that's there. So we work with over 24 niches in these multiple spaces, right? Insurance, utilities, which a little rare, we'll get about that here later on why we do that. Property management, I'm big in the moving space and pest control as well. You talk about legal, that's a great one. Home services, you got towing, right? Education, restaurants, hospitality, plumbing and electrical, painting, HVAC, all those guys. Sports, fitness, personal trainers. And then we can get even into like the nonprofit religious organizations that can benefit to this as well. Especially think of, if you go to a service on a Saturday or a Sunday or even during the week, to be able to do that jar that goes around or the basket that goes around, that doesn't go around anymore, right? But you can use it on Zoom and things like that to help boost revenue for those organizations. Accounting, warranty services, and governments as well. And there's some restrictions that we're able to work with this service. Now, is it simple to get a conversation started with this on how they need to move to digital payments and talk about that contactless payment solution? Absolutely. Here are some simple conversation starter examples that I've used for my own business and for myself. Now, back in January, my wife found the dream house that she wanted with the dream kitchen. Alicia's seen it. It's got this huge marble white counter that she absolutely had to have, right? Well, unfortunately for us, the closing date was in like March and April, and COVID hit. It took us a little longer to get in because everything happened, but we finally got the house and we're in and everything. But when we moved in, the house has solar panels. I had an issue with pigeons on my roof. So I called the local pigeon company and had them come out and basically like wire my roof so the pigeons weren't sitting on there all day long and leaving pigeon markings, right? Well, this is the invoice that I received in my inbox from this company expecting me to pay, right? Like if I look at this, they literally just emailed me an attachment invoice. So I literally hit a reply button and said, thanks, how can I pay online? Like, how do you expect me to pay this invoice? When I opened up the invoice, I found out they were truly missing the mark here, right? This is their accounts receivable department has no way of really collecting money from me, right? But they could have sent me ways to collect that accounts receivable and close this very, very rapidly, right? They have my cell phone number. They needed it. They could have texted me a link. They have my email address clearly because they sent me the email. They could have sent me a hyperlink. And they sent me this invoice. They could have added a QR code to it, right? So my simple conversation starter is my reply back to them. Why don't you have a contactless way or a way for me to pay you remotely? Do you expect me just to send you a check? Like, who does that anymore, right? Simple conversation starters that we use, right? I was just trying to pay the check, or I was just trying to pay for my invoice, and I noticed that you don't have a contactless payment process. Do you have one, or is there a way for me to pay remotely? If they say no, why don't you have a solution for that? Or would you like to know more about a solution for that? Very, very simple. It's easy to say this and to go through and navigate that conversation. I like to use this one a lot, right? Can you text me a link to pay or a QR code to scan so I can send you payment? This opens up the door and the opportunity. If I'm doing my cold outreach to businesses that I know have accounts receivable, right? We're hitting the end of the year, they want to close those. How would you like to reduce the time waiting for your account receivables, right? How would you like to put that revenue inside of your business? Now, this next example is one that really, really shocked me. I was just blown away by this, right? So I scheduled and was calling back and forth to get my floors sanitized and cleaned, really get the grout clean, before we moved in. So we close in the house and we go to move in, and I had the floor sanitizer guy shows up, right? And they were like, in April, so they're sanitizing everybody's house. They're wearing a mask for the full time. They've got gloves, boots, booties, like gear, all this stuff, right? They spent 8+ hours working on my house, on my floors, and there's a sanitation company, if you will. That was huge for them right then, right? At the end of all of this, I was completely blown away when the guy basically takes everything off, puts down a clipboard in front of me with a white piece of paper, and is having me hand him a credit card so he can swipe it right there. Yeah, basically hazmat gear, Karen, right? And takes my credit card. I'm like, everything you just did for the last 8 hours in my home was for your protection and my protection, and then now you want me to hand you a credit card, right? It completely missed the mark here. What that told me was that there are some businesses where you can actually walk around and pick the ripest fruit that make the most sense for you, because they're more aware and their eyes are open right now. They are more receptive to digital marketing than ever before. And they've learned a lot and have adjusted the past several months, and they're open to change and growth for survival, and they're willing to try almost anything, and they understand that they must adapt. And if you can just simply become what I like to call a business headhunter, you can go out there and be successful with this. So a question for you guys is, as I go through all this, we talk about this, the restaurants, the home service businesses, whether it be your pool guy, your lawn, your landscaper, right? How many businesses can you think of in your local area that could make this digital shift today? Go ahead and type your number in the chat right now. I'm gonna take a sip of water. So normally we get like a 5, a 10, a 20, a hundreds. Daniel said thousands. Chandra just said 5. I got many from Wendelin, 50 from Suzanne, 4 so far, says Angela. Great. I got a lot from Connie. Cyrus says loads, thousands, says Reggie. Sean says quite a bit. Food delivery, for example, absolutely. All right. Many, says Victoria. Many, 50+, says Mark. Many, says Karen. 40 to 50, says Anush. 20, says Philip. I need another sip of water. Lachey says 10 tons, says Shauna. A few, says Chaka. Starting with about 10, says Rowena. 100, says Nelson. Can we see the last slide, which is that right there? Sure. Yolande, and then Marie says 1,000, and then a lot says Cynthia. So yeah, you guys can see that every single one of you should at least have at least half a dozen businesses, maybe a dozen or more. And then I can tell you in my local area, we're building a list of about 4,000 right now that we're going to go after. We'll explain how it works for Chandra with insurance here in just a little bit. So your goal should be to upgrade and help digitize the payment experience for your favorite businesses first, the most common ones, or the ones that you actually have underneath your agency, right? These are the ones that you should be reaching out to. These are your warm leads. These will get you guys in. Let's talk about how to properly demonstrate value to ensure that close when you do reach out. So I have a simple sales flow that I use for closing deals fast, and this is our process. I'll tell you right now, I don't do anything complicated. I keep it simple, basic blocking and tackling. I don't like try to go off those, little tangents. I just keep it very, very simple. So step one for me is reach out with permission, and that's key. I don't bait and switch. I don't ask them if they're open and then send them all my pitch. I don't do any of that, right? I want to ask them a question that's relevant to what I want to talk about. And I'll make sure that you guys also have the confidence to close and fulfill as well, because we're talking about all the sales and prospecting tools that you need. If you have all the examples and sample templates that you need, you're going to have that confidence. We're going to talk about permission-based reach out, and we're going to leverage the proven sales scripts that not only myself, but our team with 15 plus years experience selling this exact product has. And you're going to have a live demo transaction site to use as an example, right? Because you want to qualify them and demonstrate your value. So you have the ability to throw a QR code on an example receipt in this case, or if any of you guys have a cell phone or a mobile device in front of you right now, you can actually scan that code right here on the screen. It should open up this towing example, right? So I saved this, and when I want to demonstrate my value to a local business owner, and I've asked them, hey, do you guys have a contactless way to pay? I want to demonstrate my offer. I have the ability to do that right there. Now, when I'm doing that, I need to talk about how just one appointment could pay you perpetually, right? Because you want to get this person in the system. So we're giving these examples to a towing company, to a law group, or even to a restaurant where we want to set up and qualify and demonstrate the value that we have so that they understand the benefit of this zero touch transaction and get on the QR code, or sorry, and get on the actual program. Now, Mark just said the QR code. Yeah, I know it worked because I put it on there, right? I want you guys to see that. And you can actually go through the demo right here. We're on the call. Now, imagine showing that. I'm going to go back a slide for you guys real quick. Let me just go back. Scan that right now. Imagine giving this as an example to a business owner. You're doing the demo right now. Like literally, that's how simple this is. So as you guys are seeing that, a couple of people were able to scan it and go through. Anush just did it as well. Who here would like to have the entire sales and fulfillment process done for you? And Mark just said, simple, use your phone, right? Yeah, phone camera, absolutely, right? So Angela says me, Shauna says me says Karen, Y says Reggie, absolutely, you guys. Is there a video? We'll talk about that a little bit later. Me, what about trust? We'll get to that, Daniel. I'm going to show you the backing that you have now as well. Yes, I got hundreds, absolutely. Okay, cool. So we actually can help you with all the follow-up and the ability to close the deal. You're actually getting a booking calendar link that you'll be able to send out or actually input the client, where we actually can handle it all either 100% for you or with you. We don't care. We want to make sure that you guys are fully comfortable in this, because we're going to show you how our team is going to give you everything you need to have everything fulfilled for your agency. Because inside of my network, we'll make sure that you have the absolute confidence to do the outreach. You've already seen the demo pretty quickly here, right? And then be able to help you guys close and fulfill. We will handle the sales calls. We will handle collecting the payment and getting everything set up for these guys. And then we will actually help handle the fulfillment and do all of it for you. Plus, you'll have all the monthly group QA calls as the backbone to understand that any questions that you have, you'll be good to go. Don, you're not seeing your screen. We'll record this. We'll make sure that you guys get this as well. This will work for both mom and pop locations, right? The one-offs restaurants, the 1, 2, 3 locations. We're talking about, the in-truck operator type vehicle companies, like the tow guy that owns like one truck, or the HVAC guy that works off, or the home repair guy that comes by, or the handyman type thing, right? But this also works for national level businesses and major brands as well. And you'll be able to leverage our network for both proof and confidence that this is going to not only be closed for you at gas stations as well, and it will also be fulfilled, and you'll have that backbone to know that this wasn't around for 15 days or 15 hours or 15 weeks. This is a year. This is 15 years of expertise in this space that you guys are getting into right now. You'll be able to look at any of the major niches that we went after and know that we already have examples in those spaces that you can leverage. Now, we talked about the QR code. I showed you a little bit earlier how they could have sent me an email link to pre-populate and to go through. In addition to that, you can also send a text message. Imagine just sending a text message, even as an agency, to your client saying, hey, look, how many of you guys have had a problem getting a retainer from a client? You can use this service to text out your retainer fee before you start work. It drives me up a wall when I send a client who says yes, an invoice, and they don't pay me for like 2 weeks. It's like, well, I can't start your work. I'm putting you on my schedule, on my docket, right? I'm sure you guys feel this pain too. Well, I already have their cell phone number. We're probably talking and texting. I just text them with a pre-populated link. As you guys can see here, my name is on the right, an address, phone, or the job description, and an amount. That will pre-populate, and they can just hit next and pay me right there on the spot. So you can use this not only for your agency, this is a great way to lead by example with your clients, right? Start using this and start an example. So I love this text message capability because I can pre-populate that link. I can do it in email and QR code as well, but I just love this version of it, especially for my agency. So your goal should be to upgrade and help digitize the payment experience for your clients. Now, I do have a quick question for you. A lot of people like to do things on their own. So how many of you would prefer to go at it alone versus having a support network? If you prefer to be a solopreneur, type alone if you prefer to work as a solopreneur agency and do this on your own. However, I want you to type network in if you would prefer to have a team and proven results to leverage to back you when you are going out the door and you're prospecting clients, you're looking for sales, needing help with fulfillment, need somebody to basically lean on for a little extra support. So I've got Butler says network, Suzanne says network, Chaka says network, Shauna says network, team says Maurice, Jessica says network, Samantha says network, network says Reggie, Cynthia, Chandra, Donnie, Connie, Donald, Sean, Anush, network says Alyssa, network says Cyrus, network says Philip, network says Steve, Cheryl, team says Karen, you can do either or says Halima, and then everybody else is saying network as it's coming in here, right? So this is a great opportunity for this, is what somebody just said. Cool. So here's the deal. I am looking for a small group. Abigail, I got you as well. That's my stepdaughter's name. Rashonda, Victoria, also network as well. I'm looking for a small group of motivated digital agencies right now because I want to introduce you guys to the payment digital shift system. Millie and John, I got you guys too. This is going to be the most relevant and complete done for you agency package you will ever see. There's 5 main modules to this. I promise you, I will help you overcome every single common hurdle you can have except laziness, right? If you come to the calls, you ask questions, you interact in the group, you send out an email, you're going to see results. If I need to drag you and fireman carry you across the finish line to get your sale, we will do it, right? You're going to see that I'm giving you everything, all the tools you need today. The only thing you need to do is show up. Just show up for yourself, just show up for your family, just show up for your business. Now, if you don't get out of bed in the morning, I can't do anything for you. But if you show up, we will make sure that you will be successful. And to ensure your success, I'm going to make this a true no-brainer for you because you will receive access to our digital success pack. That is access to our digital shift network. And as of today, your language changes, your mindset changes, who you are changes because you are now part of the group. You are in, right? It is about we, it is about us, my associates, my team, my staff. It is not just you out there alone. We are going to tell you exactly what to sell. Why? Because we know it sells. We're going to show you how to sell it easily. Why? We have 15 years experience selling it. We're going to give you proof to leverage. And we're also going to give you confidence to close because we're going to close the deals for you, right? We're going to give you industry experts. We have people specifically in the towing niche that speak that language that will go close your towing guys. I've got guys in the moving niche that will specifically speak your language to help close the deals for the movers, right? And we'll have done for you fulfillment. Now, to do that, you guys have already seen some of the demos. That includes module 2, which is not 3, but actually 4 now, fully functioning demo sites that you can use and leverage that are not branded to anybody else but the network, right? They will not be able to find anything else. This will help you make your first sale in a week. I promise you, I'm going to show you guys here that I can help you make your first sale in a week if you put in the effort. Why? Because if you show this highly powerful demo, it's experiential, right? Right there for the business owner. You can save a link right there on your phone, on your home screen. You can send it out an email. Hey, say, check this out. Let me know what you think. You're going to get a reply. You're going to get interest. Now, what happens when you get that interest is you bring it back into us or you close a deal on your own. Now, some of you might be a little bit more advanced. You're like, I got this. Just send me a link, sign them up, right? However, I do understand, because I've been there as well, is you need a little confidence to close. So we're going to help you close all of your deals. There is a booking calendar that we have where you can just basically book a time that works for you and your client. You can decide to just send them on their way over to us and it'll be tracked to you with no problems. Or if you want to see and experience it yourself and go through the demo with your client and sign them up, you'll be on the demo call with us as well and be able to set them up. We have a professional full-time sales team ready to back you and do the close with you or for you, right? They'll use our proven presentation or we'll hand you our own presentation. Or just, you want to have us do it, simply let the professionals do the closing. This just makes you a business headhunter. You make sure they show up to the demo and you're pretty much good to go. In addition to that, I need to give you the ability to leverage our team, right? So you're going to get access to our digital payments team, where we will build, set up, and support your clients once they sign up, right? This is not backed by something that's, just been created. We're talking since 1981, this has been going on, and the digital payment shift actually happened back in 15 years ago in 2005, but no one was catching on to it until now. So this is 100% done for you on the fulfillment side with 15 years experience with full-time staff. Now, in addition to everything we just talked about, I'm going to hold you accountable. I will be there for you if you want to show up, or I'll invite you constantly to show up with our ongoing trainings and support. You'll have instant access to our digital shift network. This is a private members only group with a couple hundred agencies that know what's going on with this digital gold rush right now, and they are excited. They're out there feverishly closing these deals. You'll get access to the members area with all of your training, all the recordings, everything that you need. And it's not dripped out to you. You can go through at your own pace, and we'll make sure that you guys are good to go. In addition to that, you'll get into my private mastermind group. Now, if you're a newer agency, this is everything that you've got. If you're an experienced agency, you might just want to get into the group and go to the training and things like that. But everything, whether you're experienced or a newer agency, I've got you covered. So with all of that being said, who thinks, for those of you guys that are on the call, that they can get started today and see results using the payment digital shift system? Just give me a 1 in the chat right now if you think that you can get started with everything that I'm including in that package and see results. We got Alyssa, 1. Chadrick says 1. Philip, Annie, Jessica, yes, Patens, Toussaint, we probably make it friendly for you. Patty, Udell. All right, awesome. We got all these ones coming in. Great. And now it's coming even more, right? Look, I reward action takers. I want to make sure that you guys are successful with this, but for those of you guys who join us today, I will include some special bonuses for you. So for those of you guys who type in a special word in the chat right now, if you type in the word paid, I will ensure that you get a very special action taker bonus, and I will guarantee your spot in my network, right? So when you type in paid, you'll get our fast action bonuses to include our social outreach training. This is our remote reach out and close training. We have some simple Facebook lead gen strategies that we use. As a matter of fact, you'll see in December and January, as we go through this, once you guys go through the course, I'm building a huge list of local businesses in my area that we're going to be doing this outreach with, and you're going to watch over my shoulder. with our copy paste templates, right? We already have them, they're already working. And we even have tested sales scripts, right? You guys are going to have access to all of this. We have a proven funnel and offer because we know it's been selling for 15 years, right? This company transacts $2 billion in transactions this year alone. So we know that this process works, all right? In addition to that, we'll talk about our digital contests, using that as an add-on service. These are simple customer contests that we're using. We actually use this with Domino's Pizza, right? I'm sure everybody knows who that is, right? To help them drive traffic and list build. It is an easy add-on to upsell or cross-sell to your agents, to your clients as an agency. It helps improve customer engagement for them. And we're going to walk you through exactly how we did it. In addition to that, how many of you guys would like to collect recurring income while you sleep? Type in paid if you want to collect recurring income while you sleep. We're going to help you upgrade these businesses' payment processing with a digital wallet for express use, right? This is perfect when you're doing chamber presentations or networking presentations. We talk about setting this up for these local businesses. It is simple to sell and flip to our done-for-you team. It adds perceived value and adds monthly revenue in your pocket because you are going to get a percentage of every single transaction that happens. Also, you already have a network, right? I'm sure with the ladies that they've taught you how to network properly and how to do outreach, right? We're going to expand upon that and show you how to do that with our payment digital shift system with our digital referral training. We're talking about leveraging your networks. We have multiple members that are doing presentations to their local chambers. Now, this is an educational presentation where then people ask, how do I upgrade my payments to a digital way, right? How do we do contactless payments? Your local Rotary or even networking groups. Now, a lot of those folks are hurting right now. If you can offer something to the chamber where they can generate revenue with this, you're going to be right up their alley of what they're looking for. We talked about LinkedIn outreach and referrals, some proven sales strategies that we've used and proven is an easy to duplicate process. In addition to that, we'll talk about our digital scaling training. I've given presentations to one business location, to 10, to 20, to 1,000. I've given it to an airline in the Caribbean. I've even presented to a C-level at Starbucks. That's 10,000 plus locations. So I understand selling to multi-location businesses. All right, we're talking about targeting franchises and corporations and what happens when you target them, how your language has to change, and what you need to do to shift their mindset to be able to work with you. We're going to give you the exact pitch deck to use and how to do it 100% remotely to close that deal. I actually closed a six-figure deal before COVID without ever having to meet somebody in person, right? We're able to do that. And I had a one-page contract that we did to set that up. We're going to cover the common hurdles and pitfalls that people walk through or how they set this up. And if you guys want all of that, I need to ask you the question because, are you ready? Because decisiveness and action takers will be greatly rewarded today on this call. And for those of you guys that get lucky enough to watch this replay while it's still up, because if you want to guarantee your spot, type paid in the comment box right now. You only need to type it once. We'll make sure we mark your spot. And it's going to come by how you guys came in because I want you to guarantee your spot and get the link before we show it. Because for those of you who typed in paid, I'm not done, right? You get the very special action taker bonuses that we covered. Plus, you'll be guaranteed all of the bonuses and a spot in the network. Plus, you're going to get my action taker bonus packages, which is our done with you strategy session, right? This is a 30-minute small group strategy session with myself included. I will jump on the call and do a Zoom call. You'll see we have recordings of these, right? It's a live campaign walkthrough and setup. These are done by appointment only with our staff. We'll hold your hand and help close the deals with you. Now, remember, we're going to do all of that for you already. On Zoom meetings or on screen Zoom meetings, for demo dues and debrief sessions, right? Plus 1 year access to my digital mastermind. You'll get every script and email that you'll ever need with our done for you agency outreach pack. What's included with that is our own internal in my agency cold outreach templates, follow-up funnel walkthrough and CRM case study, internal 5-day follow-up sequence and walkthrough, updates on any additional copy that I write for myself or the network. I'm leading by example here. So anything I change, you guys are going to know within hours, if not a week, of what I'm doing, right? Plus, you will get to pull from 15 years of experience in this space on what's working right now and all the handouts that you're going to ever need. Now, if you haven't figured this out, I talk the talk, but I also walk the walk. and I want to show that to you. So I want to walk together with you and work together with you. So I'm going to give you access to my Digital Entrepreneur Mastermind. It's a private Facebook group. You get 1 year access directly to me. We do monthly live stream meetings. We cover advanced marketing strategies of what's working right now. And we do it even from inside of my office, so you can do it over the shoulder, right? There's no selling. It's just what's working. It's personal access to me and my staff. But that's worth the entire course in itself. However, it's not about this. It's about you, all right? So when you typed in paid in the comment box right now, I told you I will guarantee your spot and get you the secret link to get in early. So Destin on my staff is in the background. Destin, you have my permission now to release the link to only the folks that typed in paid. And he's going to do that right now. I'm telling you guys right now, there's several dozen, if not 100+ individuals on this call that typed in paid. So you need to make sure that you reserve that spot, because we're only going to have a limited number of individuals that are going to be able to get in this network today. There's only going to be a number of individuals that will be able to get in the network over a period of time because of how personalized this is and how hands-on we are. And I hope that you can understand and respect that, because we're giving you everything, right? I walk into the office every day at 7:30. I don't leave till like 4 or 5:30, because I'm here making sure that our folks are taken care of. Now, obviously I run an agency and business and software and things like that, but you guys are the priority. We make sure that we have the staff and everybody is taken care of inside of that, because this is the perfect opportunity for your digital agency to help businesses. And when you typed in paid, I've got something really, really special for you, because for those of you who typed in paid, this is an annual fee program to being part of this network. I'm waiving that. This is a one-time activation fee. You will never have to pay again for access to this network or this group. So that's huge, right? That's probably thousands of dollars. In addition to that, coming out in December, for those of you guys who typed in paid, we will do a done for you sales page, right? We're going to give you the sales page that we're building for our own network to do the digital payments. It's a brand new special bonus to help give you added credibility. And we're going to give you a lead gen site that you can use with this. We'll also add in the ability to pass on the transaction fees. What does that mean? Is you're helping put more in the owner's pocket, right? So how does that work? Well, first of all, it's optional. Because of how we've built this and how this works with a contactless payment, a business can now charge a site fee, right? The site fee program is legal and ethical, and the purchaser or the consumer covers those transaction costs. This is a powerful selling point to a local business owner. It is an instant profit booster for the business. As a matter of fact, it's up to 30% back to the business owner, because we're sharing our proven strategy that's put over, it's actually like $38 million right now, back onto our clients' bottom lines over the years, and have grown their profit margins by as much as 28%. What does that look like, guys? This is me, right? The ability to pass on the transaction fees. This works perfectly for the HOAs of the world, utilities, and governments too, because a lot of them can't use credit card payments or transaction payments because they can't absorb that fee. Well, with a site fee, you can see that my HOA for my house, I'm paying it with a credit card. Right there is a 3% fee. It charges me $9, and I have no other choice but to pay it. In addition to that, this is my condo down in Mexico, right? This is my HOA fee for the last month or two, right? I have a convenience fee. That's what they're calling it down there for this HOA company, right? But if I pay cash discount or I pay cash, I get a little bit of a discount from there, right? By connecting into my bank account. So in addition to that, I'd be like, all right, so this works for HOAs, Jeff, great example, things like that. It also works for restaurants. And if you have any doubt about that, it works at a local college bar, right? This happened last week. I saw this, I was blown away. I was like, wow, right? Broke college kids that don't have any money are paying the processing fee for this tavern. I find that absolutely amazing, right? And people continue to go there, and it was packed. So they're basically passing on the transaction fees to their college students in their local area. They've got that touchless payment option. Now, how does that add up for $1 million business? We're going to do this really, really simple math here. At 3% of transaction fees, that equals $30,000 of profit back to that business. What could a business do with $30,000? Could they buy new kitchen equipment? Could they buy a new truck? Could they hire a new staff member? Could they pay off their debt, open a new location, expand their franchise, whatever it is, or simply put it in their pocket or take a vacation, right? You're going to have that opportunity when you typed in paid and joined the payment digital shift. In addition to that, this is literally a special one-time only bonus. You guys are running this at the absolute perfect time and joining us at the absolute perfect time. Next Tuesday, literally Tuesday. So I guess what's today, Thursday, 4 or 5 days from now, whatever that math comes out to be, not that smart. I'm running a 72-hour sales surge training for every single one of our customers that's joining the payment digital shift system. I want to do this together with you. So here's what's included with the bonus. This has never been done before, right? This is worth 3 times the value of the course. It is 3 days. Actually, now it's 4 days live with me on our initial surge sessions, right? Starts on Tuesday. This is a live training course to jumpstart your agency leads. We'll walk you through the entire process on live calls, starting from the very beginning, to even start you with the fact that we're going to do a live mock sales call on Tuesday, because I want you to understand what you're pushing towards and what you're selling with that demo, because you need to understand it. We'll talk about the overview. We'll do the live sales demo. You're gonna have all the tools and materials that you need. Talk about niche selection, niche messaging, outreach, whether it be warm or cold, the messaging that you need, everything that you need to get somebody on the demo to close a deal. Plus, you can ask me unlimited questions live as we go through. These are going to set up for like, 60 to 90 minutes or whatever. We'll make sure that you guys are all taken care of on this. Now, this is just for the first 50 individuals who activate. You'll be guaranteed a special bonus package when you activate your account now. It's instant access to the members area. Full access for just $397 one time. I'm waiving the annual fee. Leverage our done for you network. You have all the tools, everything that you need. You'll see that inside the group. You'll get everything that we listed so far, plus all of the fast action bonuses that we included, plus the website, and no annual fee, and you'll get access to that training next week. Now, you had to have typed in paid to get that link. I'm not showing it on the screen. I want to make sure that you guys understand that I only want the people that are 100% committed, because I'm 100% committed to you. So some common questions that come in, and I'll make sure that you guys get all of your questions answered as we go through. Will this work outside of the US? Right now, we're starting with US-based businesses, right, who we're offering this to. We've expanded to Canada. It's limited in Canada right now, and we actually can expand outside the US, but that's gonna be our primary focus next week. Now, you do not need to live in the US for this to work. You can actually work from anywhere. Actually, I have a partner in Aruba who's actually doing this, and he lives in Aruba. And we're promoting this around the islands as well as around the US businesses as well. So you can live or work anywhere. We're going to start our focus on US-based locations. We will answer and entertain any questions outside of that. Just understand that sometimes that takes a little bit more work based on merchants and things like that. We will help handle the entire process for you, and we will keep it simple to ensure success. So can you live in Jamaica? Can you live in the UK and sell this? Absolutely, right? We'll get you guys set up. We just may need some time to expand you guys outside of yours, but you can definitely sell this in the US from anywhere in the world. It doesn't make sense. If you don't have an agency, I will help you build your agency. How fast can I make my investment back? Question is, how many deals can you close per month? As a matter of fact, I just ran a promotion in my own group for the surge. You can probably do it next week if you do the 72-hour surge, right? You can cover your investment in the first month easily, because we want the business owner to have skin in the game and commitment. So if you use our proven system to charge them $199 setup and $25 a month, you're generating setup where you can actually be in profit inside of the first month. Help you cover the cost of the course and be in profit. Businesses will actually receive a welcome package, a physical welcome package, to help keep them, get them stick and running. Plus, again, we close and handle all of the fulfillment for you, and you get a small slice of every single transaction. We call them pennies from heaven. They just happen magically all the time and just going into your account on a regular basis, right? The real money is in these transactions, right? You want a small piece of that. You can literally make money while you sleep by using this process. All you need to basically do is simply introduce the business owner to our team, and we can handle the rest. Somebody just said I'm in. Somebody said I click it, it won't load. Des, if you can get Udell another link, see if they can get in from there. All right. Another question. What should I charge for this service? Now we've built a proven package where we've broken it down with the numbers. This is what you should charge. If you're using our team, they are built to charge $199 on a setup fee and a $25 a month service fee, right? You'll get a cut of both of those. You'll get $100 on the upfront, and I believe you're going to get $15 of the service fee, $10 to $15 of that service fee. We handle the entire process for you, and the business has sent that welcome package. If you want to charge more than that, you do have the opportunity to do that. We'll work with you. You also will have your own link to sign up the business and self-sign them up if you don't want to use my team. Connie just typed in paid as well. Let's get her a link. All right. Another question is, do I have to use your team to close and fulfill the service? Well, you do need our team to do the fulfillment, but that takes a lot of the weight off of your shoulders. But if you're a closer, a pure closer, you're that hardcore closer type person, you don't have to. But for some of it, we'll get you a link to be able to close your own deals. But for most of you that are on this call, if not 90+% of you, here's why I'm confident that this will work. We've already proven that this system works. We've got hundreds of digital agencies in here doing this, right? We know the exact process. Why? Because you're going to be leveraging 15 years of experience with a professional sales team. This isn't somebody, that's not understanding what's doing. They're trying to figure this out for the first time. Like, we've gone through all of this. We've learned the best methods, the best practices to use. We're handing you everything that we do. We're professionally working with you. And if you show up, I will force you to succeed. I can promise you that. You're going to have access to our digital ship network and all of the modules inside of this system. Because as of today, like I said earlier, language changes, right? It's about my team, my staff, us, and we, right? My associates. It is no longer just you out there alone. You're going to leverage everything you need in the payment digital shift system. Do I get access to a demo site that I can show my clients? Absolutely. We're going to give you not only 3, but a 4th, which is going to be the restaurant, as a fully functioning demo site that's branded to the network. So you can set this up, right? You can actually set this up and you can go through and send them the links. These are actually waiting for you in the back office right now with a link that you can use and demonstrate this to your potential clients or your existing clients and show them, hey, look, how would you like to update to a contactless payment solution? Now, what if you want to fast track and you have potential sales already? Maybe you've reached out to somebody while you're on the call, or maybe you've got some warm leads that you want to reach out to. Don't worry about that. Just let us know that you're a fast tracker, tag us in the group. We'll make sure that you guys are good to go. And you have potential sale. We'll get you booked, and you'll see in module 1 and 3, the booking link is right there. You can get yourself inside the system and book your demo as you go. Now, you're going to get everything shown today if you activate your account now and claim one of the 50 spots that we've opened up for you guys today. Again, for the first 50 who activate, you'll be guaranteed our special bonus package. You have to activate now, right? You get instant access to the members area. That's full access for just $397 one time. There's no upsells, no add-ons or anything with that. You'll leverage our done for you network. You'll get everything that I listed so far on the call, including all the fast action bonuses, the 72-hour surge that happens next Tuesday, plus the website, and no annual fee. And it will be only available for those of you folks that typed in paid in the chat right now. Now, Annie just asked a great question. I'm going to get to the questions here in just a little bit. If I live in the UK, how can I get customers from the US? We're going to show you how to do it 100% remotely to schedule them, right? This is different than digital paid services. I've not heard about that. Cliff just typed in paid. Let's get him a link. Jess says I'm in. And then what's the best way to reach owners? We'll talk about that starting Tuesday, and we cover all of that inside of the training, Jasant. I'll make sure that you guys are good to go. Now, before I dig into all the questions, Alicia or Lorette, anything you want to add based on kind of what you saw today with the package before I answer any of the one-off questions that may have come in?
Hi, Jeff. I mean, amazing. I'm seeing that everybody, I'm just reading all the comments. Lorette and I are reading all the comments as you go along, and just blown away about the, I guess, like the timeliness. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but how well this fits into the time that we're in today and how needed it is. So it just becomes like a no-brainer for us, as Lorette and I are talking behind the scenes, as a service that we can offer as well. Lorette, did you want to add anything to that? I think she might be muted. Lorette, I think you're muted.
No, I was just saying exactly what you're thinking, you know, that it is the perfect timing, something that's definitely in need, something that businesses need and they don't know how to do it. So that's where you come in. So definitely a great opportunity here.
Yeah,
Awesome. Thank
and
you.
we're proud that we brought you on. So we're feeling good about it. We're like, yeah, this has been such an amazing opportunity that you're presenting and giving our people the opportunity to get in on. And we see that so many people are jumping in on it that we're really excited for them. So that's amazing.
And yeah, you're right. And I almost missed out on this because I wasn't paying attention to what was going on in the digital space. I was in the menu space doing some of the restaurants. It was like this was a perfect opportunity for us, and we try to make this as rounded, as complete as absolutely possible. And knowing
Right.
that you've got a company that does 2 billion in transactions backing this with the technology and everything that we're setting up and all the training and everything, plus I'm showing up with everybody for 3-4 days next week to get them jump started. I mean, if you're just starting as an agency, or you were wondering what you were going to offer, or struggling to sell other services, or maybe you can't even explain to your family exactly what you do as an agency,
Right.
this will make it crystal clear. We do
Crystal
digital
clear.
payments, contactless payments, and yeah, and there's no question. Here's an example. Pull up your phone, show them, and they go, "Oh wow, oh I know, Bob down the street, he has an HVAC company, or this guy's a mover, like he could use this." Well, absolutely, put him in touch with me, and let's get him on a demo. Like that's how easy this really is. And a lot of people, Dustin, we still have people typing in paid. If you can get Shirley and Philip the login, that'd be great, or the link for that. All right, so Yolanda has a couple questions. I would say transaction is quite new to some local businesses. Yeah, it is. And that's the great part about it, because a lot of them missed out on this, and you're helping them. And in our language that we talk about is keeping their customers and their staff safe, right? Because you're minimizing that contact. Think about when you go to a restaurant just alone, or somebody has a clipboard coming to your front door, but at a restaurant, for them to hand you the check, the check with the checkbook, you give them the card, hand it back to them, they come back and they give it back to you with the pen, which who knows who's touched the pen, and then you give them back after you take your credit card out, your debit card out, back again. That's like 4 or 5 transactions where you can transfer something, right? Now they put down the receipt in front of you. You never have to touch it. You scan it and you're good to go. Like that's how simple we can make this for these local business owners. Patty says, you have to set up for a business, see their own. Patty, we actually just showed them our demos. The painter, the lawyer, the restaurant, and the tow truck, those all work really, really well. We have more people typing in paid right now who want that link. Dustin, you can just drop that in as well. Cyrus, we talked about the payments on the back end. We'll cover that again in the course as well. Halima, I don't think my company allows independent, not really. We go through a system. Halima, it's not necessarily just for your company. It could be for your opportunity to offer this to other companies as an agency. But yeah, it's always an opportunity for you guys to look at that. Patty says, can I send an invoice, SMS invoice that is personalized for them? In the example, no. We're not going to create a different example for every single business. You can send them one that says, hey, look, this is what it would look like. And if you are in a niche that I don't have an example for, Patty, we could potentially create one for you if you've got a lead on the door. But we're using it with just these 4 examples, and I've not had any complaints or questions on that. Desant says, my only concern with this is a great question, right? Most people probably ignore this. My only concern with this model is the potential lack of responsiveness from a local business. I've tried a local marketing agency, never gotten any replies to my cold calls, emails. It was really disappointing. Toussaint, I'm going to show you next week how to get a response and book a demo in 72 hours. I'm telling you, the hundreds of businesses that have been brought on this year alone using this, it's a proven model, right? It's not, I'm going to write up a script and sell it and hope you guys do it. This is what is working inside of our agency. This is working for a multi-billion-dollar business. So they're not in business doing transactions. They're not taking $2 billion in transactions a year without knowing how to sell, right? They need to be able to get in there.
And Jeff, it's
And he says,
Alicia.
go ahead. Hey.
I wanna just jump in for just one quick minute, because as Lorette and I have been talking in the background, we've been talking about what we're going to do for ourselves with this package. So we're putting together some content for ourselves, and we wanted to offer it as a bonus for all of our people. Do you mind if we share that, or do you want us to wait a few minutes before we share our bonuses?
Oh, ladies, I'm excited, Alicia.
Can we do that now?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
All right. So Lorette, can you take over the screen for just a minute and then send it right back to Jeff, and let's show what we've been talking about. So as you were presenting, Jeff, me and Lorette are like, oh my God, we should do this, we should do that. Here's what we need for our agency page to promote it. And a lot of our people know that we create lots of graphics and social media images for our pages to show potential customers and our current customers what we have to offer. So Lorette, I am going to turn it over to you. Talk about what we've got going on right here. Lorette, unmute
One
yourself.
second, trying to get my screen situated here.
Okay.
1 second. All right, I think you should see it now. All right. So what we're gonna do here is that we think this system is so awesome, and the way that Jeff brings in his team to help you is even better. You know, but the part of it that many of you have a lot of our products, and a lot of things that we do is that we do a lot of graphic packs, and these graphics help bring attention to you as an agency and for the business that you're working with. So what we're going to do is that we're going to put together a graphic pack for everybody that joins in this program, and the graphic pack is going to have 2 parts to it. So the first part are images that you can put on your Facebook business page. As an agency, you're going to have a Facebook business page. These are posts that you can put on your page. So when you're talking to businesses, or when when you're feeling out businesses and stuff like that, and they go check out your page, you can show some credibility. Now, we don't have the images that we're going to use specifically for this program put together yet, but I just wanted to show you some examples so that you can see the quality of the type of images that you could be posting on your page. Right? So for example, this is one that we did with some of our restaurant delivery, with one of our restaurant delivery products. So it says, need help setting up delivery for your restaurant? And you put that on your agency page. Now restaurants would see that and say, oh, they know what they're doing. And you'd write your little blurb on it, but you would do this one specifically for contactless payment. This is just an example so you can see what it would be like. This would be another one, like, are you using contactless delivery? Contactless payment, something like that. Here, another one, you would, incorporate the contactless payment on it. These are examples of what we've used in the past. So that's part 1 of the graphic pack. Now, part 2 are images to post on the business's social media pages. So let's say you pick up this business and you're working with them, an HVAC company, for example. Now you want to help them promote the fact that they have contactless payment, right? So then we have some generic images that you'll be able to use for this business. So this makes the pot even sweeter for them. So here's some examples. Once again, these are not the ones that would be used in this package. These are just examples. For example, we put this on one of the restaurants we worked with, letting people know that there's now curbside pickup. Here we let people know we now have online ordering. So you would have here, we now have contactless payments. You guys following me? You see, these are just examples, but this is what we want to throw in as a bonus for getting this package, is that you would get 2 sets of images that you can put on your Facebook agency page, giving yourself instant credibility that you know all about contactless payments. And then we'd also give you another set that you can use for the business that you're working with, letting their audience know that they now have contactless payment as well. So 2 sets of awesome bonuses, of awesome graphics that you can get to help you really propel and use this system. So what do you guys think? You think that's going to be beneficial to you?
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to use that. Can I have that? I didn't talk to Lee. Lee had a great idea about that. That's awesome. That's actually something that would really build confidence for a lot of agencies when somebody you do the reach out and then they come back and they look at you like, whoa, this person knows what they're talking about. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. So you can take the screen back now, Jeff, but just wanted to show you guys some examples of images that we've done in the past for this type of concept.
And everybody's excited about it, Lorette. I'm just reading the comments. Cirrus, Maurice, Donald, Reggie, Alyssa, Philip, Udell, Angela, Suzanne, they're saying awesome and thank you. So I'm excited for it as well. How soon will we have that to everyone once we get their information that
Yep.
they're
So Jeff, you said your training starts on Tuesday, so we can have it done by Tuesday for you.
okay? Yay!
Cool.
Talk to you ladies after this one. I got an idea for
So,
that too.
those of you that do join in, you would just need to let us know, or Jeff, you can let us know the people that join in, and then we can send out there. We'll send it to you, Jeff. We'll work it out. You guys will get it before Tuesday.
Talk to you after this. We'll make sure you guys get it, and it's on my notepad, which means that it'll get done. Don't worry. So,
All right.
you guys have seen my
I
email.
did-
You know how organized I am.
I did mention that in a video that I did just to make sure everybody came on this webinar. I mentioned that you're the most organized person that I've ever met in my entire
Oh,
life.
gosh.
Lorette, did you tell the story about his email?
I was sitting, wait, quick, funny story. I was sitting next to Jeff into the mastermind, and he was on his laptop, and I looked over to, just to see what he was doing, and his inbox, he had one message in his inbox, and he answered it really quick, and he was done. He had 0 messages in his inbox. I'm like, how is that humanly possible to have 0 messages in your inbox?
I know.
I always remember that, Jeff.
He's just
Yeah,
like,
I love telling that story with you guys too, because you're like, I wasn't primed, but how do you have 0? I was like, guy says military person. Yeah, I've always kind of been like that.
I'm not being nosy,
Yeah.
but
So, Todd, there will be a recording. Yeah, and the surge is next week, so we'll make sure you guys get in. And then Gregory, you need to type in paid, and we'll get you a link. Or Dustin, you can just get Gregory a link so you can join in from there. Yeah, so I think I've got like 5 or 7 emails right now because we've been on a call. Anyway, maybe I'll do a course on that. So Raj just typed in paid as well. We'll get you in. All right. So let's jump to the remaining questions that we got in and make sure you set up. That's an amazing bonus. I actually got excited. I was going to buy my own package just to get it from you because that's something that's really exciting. It's really a powerful thing for those that don't have an agency like Annie. You can still use this system if you don't have an agency. We will get you up and running. If there's something specific that you need, my staff will get you. But really, this package covers everything, so you don't have to really worry. Plus, how effective can it be to get a decision maker for a local business? It's actually more effective now than ever before because a lot of them have minimal staff or skeleton staff, and they're starting to grow again, especially here in Arizona. Like we hit snowbird season. I tell you, the traffic and the number of people in restaurants went through the roof in the last week alone. So yes, they're getting busier, but in most places, they're still on skeleton crews, and you'll be able to get to the business owner. Plus, we have the right messaging to help you guys get through. Apart from the cost of the system, are there any other costs involved? Nope. Just get in and you should be good to go. Tasant,
hey, Jeff,
how do I make money?
Yeah, I just wanted you to address one thing. So I know we do have quite a few people that are new. They don't have agencies. They're brand new to this. Now, this is a perfect system for them, mainly, I think, because your team handles so much of it. Can you just address people that are brand new?
Yeah, actually, I'm going to close out my slide. I'm going to go back. Here's why this is perfect for those of you guys that are brand new. Where did it go? First of all, this payment digital system, right? This is the same thing. Okay, no. So first of all, I've got 13 years experience in the space. The company that I'm working with to do the digital payment interaction and the backbone is 15 in digital and has been in business since 1981, so that's 39 years or something like that, almost as old as me. This is, if you're just getting started, you're not going to be any other better place because you're going to get everything, every pillar you need to be successful. Plus, you've got a team to back you, and you're not going to need anything else. You don't need anything else once you get this package, because we're going to show you what we sell. It's about the we, the us, the team. If you have any doubt that there's not a group of people on the other side of this call, inside of our Facebook group, inside of the network, not willing to help you, go jump in there today and you'll see. Right, I've got staff dedicated just to you guys for each of our products, and as we get set up and go through. Now, in addition to knowing how this works and doing the training, right, I can stand here all day long and preach to the choir about what you should be doing and how to do it with the Digital Success Pack. We're going to make sure that you have all the tools that you need as well. So you'll get the demo sites, everything that you need with the fully functioning demo sites for there. a lot of individuals, a lot of folks, will, you'll send the emails and you might get a reply, or you might be scared of what happens when I get the reply, right? So we're going to give you the demo sites to show. You're going to get yourself used to them. We're going to show you guys how to be confident with that. However, you might not have ever done a sales presentation. Tuesday, we're going to do a mock sales presentation for you with that surge. So this is like your jumpstart campaign. Like, you are not getting in at any better time in this program. But I'm not expecting you to close the deals. I'm not going to give you a script and a presentation and then send you out the door to go do it on your own. I'm going to give you a script and presentation, and I'm going to have my team help close the deal for you. Or you can literally just send the business on their way to the demo, and our team will do the close for you. That's how powerful this is. In addition to that, once you get that yes and close the deal, all you're going to need to do is send the business a link or sign them up right there on the call. You need to be able to do the fulfillment, right? You're not a good salesperson, Annie? Don't worry about it. You got our closers doing it for you, right? I forget where that GIF is from. I think it's Glengarry and Ross, but that's the joke, right? We're going to do it all for you. In addition to that, the punchline to that joke is that you don't have to do any of the fulfillment. We have a team that will do everything for you. You're not going to ever have to do any of the fulfillment for this, right? They're going to take the payment, we're going to get them on board, and we're going to set everything up. You can upsell them all the other stuff that you want, but you will never have to set them up with a digital payment system. We're going to take that over and make sure everything is good to go. Now, for those of you guys that aren't a good salesperson, maybe a little kick in the butt, need a reminder of what you're doing this for, all that kind of stuff, you'll get the digital accountability. That means that you got somebody over your shoulder, somebody walking side by side with you. And like I talked about earlier, I don't just talk, I walk the walk. So we're doing this inside of our business and our agency as well. Actually, I'm going to show you guys my agency website for a second, because we're just started doing some content marketing. This is just so you guys can see this. I think articles is gone. It might be gone. Yeah, it's a blog now. Of course, my thing locked up. Please don't crash. Whew, that was close. All right, got my blog here. When I say I talk the talk and I walk the walk, as this is taking forever to load, so hopefully GoToWebinar's not lagging on me or anything. I think I need to reset my computer today. If you guys notice this, inside of my agency, I'm talking about digital payments. So we are doing this alongside with you. I'm not just selling you this and doing it off on the side. This was our first blog post as we're running our campaign for this. So you guys will see that digital accountability, not only am I holding you accountable, I'm holding myself accountable, I'm holding our staff accountable to be able to go out there and do that. So that's the 5 pillars of what you need to be successful with this as a new agency. You've got all of it. Now, I can throw all the bonuses at the world with you, at the world that I've got right now, but this is the one that, if I go to the next one, that is the most important to you. This is next week. This is if you have never closed a deal, never talked to a client, never sent an email, not sure what you're doing, want the not us holding one hand, but holding 2 hands and then carrying you on our back, right? That's what this is next week. So if you're a new agency, that is what this training is. And this included, in addition, the payment digital shift, and it is solely focused on selling what you guys are going to be selling. It is 3 days live with me on these surge sessions. Actually, we added a 4th bonus day because I want to make sure that you guys are past the first 72 hours, right? It's a live training course. We'll jumpstart your agency. We'll make sure that you guys understand everything. We'll walk you through the entire process to include the overview. We're doing a live sales demo on Tuesday. Now, most people don't do that part if they're doing like a challenge or a surge or whatever. I'm calling a sales surge until like day 3 or day 4. I'm doing it on day 1. I'm flipping the script. Why? Because I want you to understand what your end result is. Your end goal is to get somebody on that demo, and I want you to have confidence going through our course that when you show up and send an email or talk to a business owner person or do a Zoom call, whatever it is, that you understand what they are going to experience when they reply back to you and we get them on a sales demo. Then you're also going to understand what niches you're going to go after, the language, the messages, and all of that. Plus, if you're brand new, you have a million questions, right? I will be there answering every single one of your questions live on the call. So you guys will be taken care of with that. So Alicia, that should answer the questions, I would assume at that point. For anybody that's brand new, I got you covered. Don't
All
worry.
right.
Oh, Lorette, sorry, that was you, Lorette.
All right. Thank you so much, Jeff. No, that's okay. Thank you so much, Jeff. Now, if there's any lingering, oh, and don't forget, you also get our bonuses as well. Once you register, you're going to get the extra images that you can use on your agency page, as well as the pages of the businesses that you work with. So you get that as well as all these other bonuses that Jeff and his team have here. So this is a great system. Once again, really excited. Hopefully you guys take advantage of this. You know, it is something that's happening right now. Like it or not, businesses have to shift, just like Jeff said. So, and you're going to be there to help them do it. A lot of them, they're confused. They don't know how to do it. And this is the way to do it. And you're there to help and guide them. So I see a lot of people say, I'm in. So really excited about that. So a lot of, there's a couple questions here as well, but Jeff, inside of the training, he is going to be teaching you everything you need to know. So as you said, as Alicia was saying, Jeff is one of the most organized, and we trust him with everything. He gets things done. His team is amazing. And, we wouldn't bring him on here if we didn't believe in the system and believe in Jeff and his team. So you guys know that, and we look forward to you guys joining. So let's see, we see Antoinette in, Angela in, so good. If anybody has any question, any problems with the link, anybody having any problems with the link? Let us know if you need the link, if you have any other questions, any issues with it, let us know, and Destin will be there and put that link in there. So it looks like everybody's got it. All right. Let's see. Oh, Jeff, Angela says, are you going to teach us how to be organized as well?
I'll lead by example. I'm not going to put myself in the doghouse here, but my wife and I are completely opposite. So she works on being organized, and I try to just lead by example and don't push. But the times are going to be next week. They're 2 Eastern, 11 Pacific. So for those in the UK, I think it's like 7 or 8 p.m. your time for the trainings next week, and then we schedule the regular trainings. You guys will see, you'll be auto registered for those for the GoToWebinar. You'll have links to them, and we make announcements so you guys are set up. Shirley, if you can't get in, Douglas needs a link. Justin, can you do me a favor? You just put it in the chat for everybody, for Douglas and Shirley that are having issues with the link. Just put the raw link to them and then in the chat, and then we'll make sure that you guys are good too. And I'm going to actually drop that into you, Douglas.
Yeah, if anybody's having problems, if you go to the main chat and you can just click on it, and it will take you right to the page to get registered. So anybody having trouble with it, you'll see the link is right in that main chat. Click on it and you are in. All right. Yeah, recording there, it'll be recorded if you can't make the trainings.
Absolutely, yeah. And I'll record it and post it in the members area. You guys have access to everything that you need.
Yes.
Before I say thanks for joining us, I want you guys to understand what to look for as a new member. You should receive a system welcome email with your login to the Digital Shift Network. That gives you access to the members area. There's links to 2 private groups. So make sure you join both those Facebook groups. We'll get you in today. The training webinar info on there, you'll receive an email for that, plus you'll be added. And then if you, for some reason, you don't see it in the next 10, 15 minutes, check your spam folder. We had some issues earlier today. All else fails, support@jeffhershey.com is where you want to go. And we'll make sure that you guys are taken care of in the program and ready to go. All right, Alicia, anything else you guys want to say?
No, really excited. Thanks for joining us, Jeff. Thank you, everybody. And we will chat with you later. Have fun. All right. Bye-bye.
See you guys on the call.